seen the lights come from the flashes in the dark. I feel like a blind man trying to make a start, and I don't know, no, I don't know where I'm gonna go. I've seen the sun come up a mile off the ground, flew back the other way and saw it go back down. I know the days change but always seem the same. I'll take the best of what I can from my mistakes, and now I know, now I know I can't go wrong as long as I remember where I'm from. Hold my head up just to keep it clear. I want a chance just to face my fear, face my fear. Never mind all the times that I just couldn't wait. I can't remember when it all began to change. Watching the grass grow and die from summer to fall. It's funny how a year passes by and you don't notice it all. I know, I know I can't go wrong as long as I remember where I'm from. Hold my head up just to keep it clear. I want a chance just to face my fear, face my fear. I can't go wrong as long as I remember where I'm from. Hold my head up just to keep it clear. I want a chance to face my fear. Oh, I can't go wrong as long as I remember where I'm from. Hold my head up just to keep it clear. I want a chance just to face my fear, face my fear. I can't go wrong as long as I remember where I'm from. Hold my head up just to keep it clear. I want a chance just to face my fear, face my fear. Oh, just come along.
Redneck.
I grew spiritually a lot. I now feel much closer to God. I also grew significantly closer to a lot of the people in the group, which was something I was kind of expecting, but it was so much better than I had expected. And just relationships and friendships that will last a lifetime.
Well, I learned to be less judgmental of people and to not take my first impression of them and use that as the way I thought of them for the rest of my life, and to be willing to take a second glance and really get to know them better before I judge them.
I got a whole lot out of it. Biggest thing is that I don't have to do ministry out of the country. I don't have to wait till I'm older. I can do it now in our communities.
Well, one thing that the pastor there, Pastor Santo, told us was that instead of God, he can really fix everything himself, but make everyone else Christian. But he chooses us to go out there and share the gospel instead of him just fixing everything.
I definitely got a passion for getting into scripture and really seeing what Christ has in there, like what all the stuff they said, because Santo and Dave are obviously living out what they read, and I would like that for myself. So just being able to get into scripture more.
Probably one of the biggest things I got out of the mission trip was just a really great reminder of God's heart for the poor and the needy. It's one thing for me to know that intellectually, and I think I know that a lot of the time, but for me to actually engage with the people and have like a face and a name to go along with those kinds of things that I know makes a huge difference. And I think it's through stuff like that that I actually end up feeling compassion and wanting to pray for people and all those kind of things that God calls me to do, that when it's just a statistic or this general idea I have that there are these needs out in the world, those things don't happen in my heart. And so it was a great reminder of that, and also just the idea that we should be living intentional in our city. I think about the way that Pastor Santo and all the people at New City lived there, and they know why they're in Atlantic City. And they know they're there to be a light to the people of Atlantic City. And so I think about that with us here in Birmingham. You know, we're here for the same purpose. It was a great reminder of that.
I really learned to be thankful for what I had, because when we went to BPS or Bible Club, we saw a lot of kids that had absolutely like nothing to look forward, you know, to. Like, they didn't have like parents that had a good enough example for them to learn, and they, you know, they didn't go to good schools, and I just learned how to be like thankful for what I had, because, you know, they almost had nothing. And I also got a lot of bonding between the kids, and they were just, you know, they wanted to like learn from us, because they didn't have some of them didn't have good parent figures, so.
Most mission trips I've heard of, they're mostly focused on building relationships with the kids and like teaching the kids something. But New City did a really good job in showing us something, like with our morning worships and everything. So I feel like I was able to grow, not only through like the kids and just like experiences, but also through New City, and they like taught me something.
Well, if I come across a little bit this time, it's just because I am. Things just seem to feel a little bit different, you understand?
My favorite memory is probably going to the beach with the kids. There's only a couple kids from Busby, but I enjoyed hanging out with Chase and Deshaun, and just seeing the joy on their faces. Really joy to me.
There's just no room for two, so you are gonna have to move. So long, self, don't take this one, but you are one for me. Farewell, oh well, goodbye, don't cry. Oh, so long, self.
On the Friday when we took the kids to the beach, pretty much being able all day to not only engage with the kids myself, but to watch everyone in the youth group engage with the kids and serve others blessed my heart a lot. So that was a great memory, and I love looking back at the pictures of it. Like, I think I liked a lot of them on Facebook because they're just so precious to me.
Simply falls on me for wanting something more in life than all of this. Oh, can't you see? So long, self, well, it's been fine, but I have found somebody else. So long, self, there's just no room for two, so you are gonna have to move. So long, self, don't take this road with you. I'll run for me, farewell, oh well, goodbye, don't cry. Oh.
Probably any of the van/car rides, and definitely the beach day when dumping water on people. There's one thing, like, I can't remember, I guess it was Wednesday, our first beach day. We got, like, me, Rachel, Mason, and Anna got Austin, and he didn't want to get in the water, and so we, like, literally dragged him kicking and screaming into the water, and he's, like, going like, oh my gosh, it's so cold, like a little girl, so that was pretty entertaining.
Definitely the van rides. Those are really fun to sing. You know, everyone's singing and dancing and rocking the van back and forth and bouncing it.
My absolute favorite moment on the trip was coming back from the work site. I don't remember what day, but when we just screamed, I knew you were trouble. It was absolutely hilarious, and we were shaking the van, and I loved it. It was so fun.
After that little girl passed away, and we were in the car on the way to not New Jersey, we were in New Jersey, to the 4th of July fireworks. You weren't in the car, but it was all the girls plus Mason and Mark and my dad. And we just sang all of these Christian praise songs, and we just sat there and cried. And it was like the best experience ever. Even though it was sad, but it was awesome.
Favorite memory, I don't really have any. I think that just the whole trip was really amazing.
Okay, well, I remember this one night when we were all together in the big church room, and Caitlin, Andrew, Madeline, and I don't know who the last person was dancing to Cotton Eye Joe, and then Caitlin started spinning in circles, like in a circle where the chairs were, and then she fell on 2 chairs. It was the funniest moment of my life because everyone just laughed so hard. That was just a great memory that I had, but the whole trip was awesome, so.